Hello and welcome to HoopL.A, aka HoopL.A. Tonight, we are going to bring you a fantasy mock draft of the highly anticipated 2021-2022 NBA basketball season. And here we're going to give you all the fantasy analysis. We're going to engage in a mock draft. There's nothing more fun in fantasy sports than the draft. It's something we've all, if we participated in fantasy sports, we've looked forward to it, we've engaged in it, we've been disappointed most of the time. Did someone snatch up that player that you really want? So here we are in a mock draft with 10 participants, all randoms from across the country, world perhaps. And we are going to get with it in a 10-team head-to-head category format, no salary cap, fantasy basketball draft. And I can't wait to get into it. 22 seconds until this lobby opens. And we are just ecstatic. And I got some players in mind, and I'm a little bit hesitant of some of the players I do have in mind. And there's always surprises within the first several weeks, months of the NBA. This is going to be an exciting season. So let's get into it. We're booting up the draft room, the draft war room. Behind me, I have beautiful Sedona, Arizona. It's just a beautiful place. That's Cathedral Rock behind me. Right there is the hand of God. Intelligent design, people, it's evident everywhere. But to each their own. I'm not trying to push spirituality on anybody, but I believe in God. I love God. I love this beautiful earth we live on. All right, Nikola Jokic is the number one fantasy option this year, the reigning MVP. Last year, he was phenomenal. He's a power forward center, and there's not enough power forward centers. That's something that you really need to focus on this year when you're drafting, is you need to snatch up some good power forward centers, because rebounding and head-to-head categories is of the utmost importance. And there are some powerhouses out there like Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, Rudy Gobert, DeAndre Ayton. The list goes on. But if you're sleeping in this draft, you may miss some good centers, and you need to stack your centers. Now, I'm not giving that away to people in my league unless they watch this. But yeah, as we get started here, we got a minute 18 to that draft. I am drafting. I'm the Free State Brewers down here. You can see me. I'm the J.O.E, the joy of everything. That's what that stands for right here. We're drafting the third spot. It's random. And I am super stoked on that position. The number 3 is one of the best. My favorites are 3, 4, and 5. You don't have to wait too long to draft, once you do in the snake order of drafting. But it's really, there's so much dependent and that are hinged on your draft number, your lottery number. It stinks to get 9 or 10, because then you have to do those back-to-back drafts. Then you don't draft for another 20 picks in these 10 team, And the same goes for any other categorically, different teams, 14, 8, whatever it is. You want to be somewhere in the middle. And I'd rather be number 1 than number 10. Right here, I'm number 3, baby. Let's go. I remember I was 3 about 7 years ago, drafted Kobe. It was great. Kobe was a fantasy stud for his whole career. All right, boss, drafting first. We have 30 seconds. In the real draft, you have 2 minutes. Here we have 30 seconds. We're going to speed this process along. He is going to choose Nikola Jokic, number 1. Number 2, 30 seconds on the clock. Gantulaga. Drafts Jonas Antetokounmpo. It's my turn. Now, here's my issue. I really want Steph Curry, but Luka Doncic is a stud. And I really want Steph because I think Steph's going to have a phenomenal year. But I'm going to draft Luka Doncic at the 3 spot. I'm going with Luka, baby. I'm riding with the Slovenian Prince. He's the Prince of Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki is still the king. Contrary to millennial belief, Dirk Nowitzki is the greatest Maverick of all time. Luka Doncic will possibly eclipse him. All right. Karl Anthony Towns, he dug deep and went for Towns, 4th. Then they went for James Harden. This is insane. The 6th pick swooped Nikola Vucevic, who's ranked 14th. Bold moves, 7th, Steph Curry. That's a steal at 7. You're lucky that Steph Curry was remaining there at 7 because I believe Steph Curry is the 4th pick in this draft. I'd put him ahead of Durant and Harden. Damian Lillard, number 8, solid pick. You can't go wrong with Dame Dalla. Even though there's a little tumultuous emotional offseason and a little uncertainty about his status in Portland, I think he's going to still be a stud. Kevin Durant goes 9th. KD goes 9th. Joel Embiid goes 10th. AD, Anthony Davis goes 11th, and Jason Tatum, who's ranked 7, is still hanging out there. Now for the 12th pick by Ding. The man's name is Ding. Last name, Dong. Ding dong. Jason Tatum gets drafted. That's a solid pick at 12. That's a steal. Tatum's going to be a stud this year. Bradley Beal. I don't really love that pick. I'm not a big Bradley Beal guy. I think he's a little one-dimensional. I think he's a little too highly rated. Anybody playing in Washington shouldn't be ranked in the top 20. Sorry. Paul George. Scott Brooks. Paul George, 14th. Paul George. I'm not a huge Paul George guy, but hey, he had a great season last year. I think he was probably in the top 5 for best seasons of a player. Especially, he had a good playoff run until they got knocked out. Paul George. David goes, Trae Young at 15th. Trae Young is a great deal at 15. If you could draft Trae Young at 15, this guy could be a top 10. Domantas Sabonis, smart pick. Excellent power forward choice. I'm going to make some bold moves here. I'm coming up on 18. I'm going to swoop down. I think this guy's going to have a monster year. I'm going Zion Williamson in my 2nd pick, even though he is ranked, for some reason, his X rank was down 27, he's a top 20 pick, okay? He's the number 1 option in New Orleans. It's his year. This is his make or break year, honestly. He's either going to be LeBron James or he's going to be, DeJuan Blair. Okay, Jimmy Butler. They swept Rudy Gobert. They went down. Gobert was in the 30s. They wanted rebounding so bad, they went for Gobert at the 20th pick. LaMelo Ball gets swooped up at 21, the popular kid, and he has all the right moves. I was thinking about swooping him number 2, but I like the power forward position. I need rebounding, and offensive rebounding is hard to come by. Here, it's my pick. Who do I go for? I don't like Bam Adebayo. I am actually going to swoop down, and I'm going to go DeAndre Ayton. I need rebounds, and I think he's going to his rebounding numbers this year are going to fluctuate. He's got confidence from that playoff run, the playing in the NBA Finals, and with that game winner, DeAndre Ayton. This is his coming out year, baby, and yeah, fantastic. Russell Westbrook, that's another one. Goes 22 right before that. Is he going to be the triple double threat that he has been in years past? Bam Adebayo. I owned him last year. Decent production. Not bad. Just not an overwhelmingly nightly basis kind of contributor. Clint Capella, smart move. He went down. That fella got Capella. Capella was, I believe, the league's leading rebounder last year. Don't quote me on that, but he was up there. He was pretty high. Elevated his rebounding status, and he was phenomenal last year in Atlanta. And a great pick at 25 if you need rebounds. Kyrie Irving down to 26th. He's playing in that Brooklyn team that just has so many producers. It's hard to really get your shine. Michael Porter Jr. is really, his stock is really raised. I think they're a little bit generous with where he's lying right now at around 28, 29. I think Porter Jr. should be around 40. I don't see him being a top 30 player. Just Nikola Jokic commands too much of the ball. He's a shooter, slasher, point scorer, whatever. I don't know. Donovan Mitchell, I'd swoop Donovan Mitchell over Michael Porter Jr. any day of the week. Not the greatest pick up there, but I do love Michael Porter Jr.'s game. Just don't think he's a top 30 player. I think he should be drafted around pick 40. LeBron James, this is his lowest ever. Let's talk about that for 4 seconds. Wow. What a fall from, he's old. I was going to say, what a fall from grace. This is the elderly James, but Kobe Bryant never went that low in his whole career. This is down to 30. But that's likely due to the potential for injury and load management. Got to manage a few loads. You know what I mean? Jalen Brown, Austin. Who's number 31st? Rashawn Holmes. That's quite the character here. Sacramento has an interesting team. Luke Walton's still the coach there. Not sure how that rotation is going to go. Rashawn should get plenty of time. Miles Turner from Indiana has to compete with that dominant presence of Domantas Sabonis, the son of Arvydas Sabonis. Chris Paul, most overrated basketball player in the history of mankind. He single-handedly lost the NBA Finals for the Phoenix Suns. Ridiculous. Drew Holiday. Now it's my turn. Okay, great. Who am I going to go for? Oh, this is a no-brainer. I don't know why there's a game-time decision next to Devin Booker. He's going to be healthy. He's going to have a better production season next year. I think he's way low ranked here at 38. I am going to snag Devin Booker. Yes, I have DeAndre Ayton. It's going to be an Ayton Booker combo on my squad, and I'm not just doing that because I'm a Phoenix Suns. I'm a fan. I like the Suns. I like Arizona. I got the moon behind me right here. This is Arizona. Hopefully his relationship with Kendall Jenner doesn't obstruct with his production. Seems like he's doing just fine. Who am I to judge people's personal lives? Yeah, I'd be like, does it have to be a Kardashian? Jesus. Okay, there's some good options here. I think it's a no-brainer. If I look at these, here in these top 20, I need rebounding. I'm going Jonas Valanciunas, the Viking. This guy could be on that show Vikings, He could lead the Raiders of the Lost, Viking ship. The man is a great rebounder. He's going to be in a new system in New Orleans, and I'm sure he will get more minutes than the other, center. Who's the center over there? Is it Steven Adams? He'll get more minutes than Steven Adams. I love Steven Adams as a person, but for some reason his production in fantasy has really, really took a nosedive over the course of the last year. Tobias Harris. He should get a little more output, Tobias, with Ben Simmons' situation, because Ben Simmons, who knows? He's not going to be in Philly. So Tobias Harris moves up as the number 2 option behind Joel Embiid, and that just doesn't make for a very good team, I don't think. I don't like Philly. I don't think they're that great. Come on, Devontae Murray. Okay, Kristaps Porzingis. This guy should be ranked like in the 90s. He's 48th. I don't understand that, Yahoo. Why is Kristaps Porzingis ranked with his track record the last several years? I don't see it. OG Anunoby. Now, he's named OG. I don't believe it stands for original gangster, but he is the original gangster with Toronto this year. Coming up, he should have a productive season. And, we all need small forwards. So if you could slot that whenever, you got to snag 2 small forwards in this draft, which sometimes is kind of difficult to do. It really is. I'm not kidding. Sometimes you just kind of pass by because we think as point guards and centers in this, sometimes. At least I do. I don't know. I don't think too much about the 3 position, But I'll snag DeMar DeRozan. I think DeRozan is going to be decent this year. I think he's going to be a decent scorer. And I like the Bulls. I'm a Bull fan. I grew up a Bull fan. This new look, Terry Rozier. Charlotte has a lot of talent. Terry Rozier. Miles, what's his name? Miles Brown? I'm tired. I forgot the guy. Robert Williams, Time Lord. Why is the nickname Time Lord cool? It's not cool. It means he's late. It's because he's an always late guy. He's not a Lord of Time, and it's kind of a sarcastic, I guess, Time Lord. Oh, it's kind of sci-fi to me. It's kind of Star Wars-ish to me. I'm not into the Robert Williams Time Lord nickname. Bogdan. All right, here we go. We're getting into it. The 56th pick has been Malcolm Brogdon of the Indiana Pacers. I would never swoop him there. You got all these other names. Even Ben Simmons, I would swoop him over Brogdon. I know it's crazy, but I would because I don't know. And I would swoop Ja over Brogdon. I would swoop DeMar over Brogdon. All right, here we go. It's my turn. I'm crazy. Like I'm nuts. Like I really am nuts when it comes to fantasy. So I'm gonna wait on that for a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and swoop my man. We were talking about it. Let's swoop DeRozan because I need a small forward. I wouldn't usually do this, DeRozan, but I think he has something to prove this season. So we might be seeing an elevated version of DeMar DeRozan. I hope so. I don't know if he's going to get a lot of touches. I did hear that Patrick Williams is injured. I'm not sure to what degree and how long his timeline is, but I did hear that in passing. Some Bulls fan was walking by. Did you hear Patrick Williams got hurt? The Bulls' #1 power forward option this year. Who would be a legitimate pick around 70 or whatever the heck he's rated? Okay, they swapped Ja Morant. Now it's my turn. And I'm going to smooth down. I'm going to go down because I'm freaking crazy. And these people are crazy that Jarrett Allen is down here. I'm swooping Jarrett Allen. It's nuts. It's nuts that he's up here. Look at his output. Look at his potential. 765 rebounds. He's going to get more than that. He will be sharing that center position with rookie Evan Mobley, but I think they're going to ease Mobley into the Cleveland system. Cleveland actually has quite a bit of talent. Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. They have a decent young squad. And Jared Allen, to me, seems like a guy that's going to stay healthy. He's young and he just got a big contract. So the guy's going to be having a good time. And he just strikes me as the kind of guy that likes to be in the gym and loves balling. The dude balls out, dude. I love Jared Allen's game. He's a rebounder. I need rebounds. I need centers, and I'm happy with that pick. I swooped down, and I got some more picks in mind, and hopefully, I think I made a mistake. Okay, I made a mistake by drafting DeMar DeRozan. I should have drafted Cade Cunningham instead of DeRozan. I should have drafted Jared Allen and Cade Cunningham. But the allure of the draft order, which we're seeing here, had me swoop someone that was 20 picks rated higher. Cade Cunningham is going to have a better season than DeMar DeRozan, and he will be gone by the time it gets to me. I'm about 6 picks up. Cade's 3 down the line. Number 1 pick. Possibly, most likely going to be my pick for rookie of the year. Everybody says Jalen Green will be, and I don't think it's going to be Evan Mobley. I don't think Evan Mobley is going to get big minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Jeremy Grant, Detroit. Detroit has a young little exciting team. Not gonna lie. I like them. And Cade Cunningham is an adult. This is like a 20-year-old adult. This guy plays like his IQ is through the roof. He's pure butter. And oh my God, please keep. This is just a mock draft, so I'm not that emotional about it. In my real draft, I will do the Jared Allen. Let me fix my hair here. Let's make it a little poofy in the back. Not that it matters. Gordon, oh my God, go down and get Podol. Go down and get Mobley. Go down and get Devontae Graham. Come on, Ricky. Bitcoin, Ricky. What are you guys going to pick? Who are you guys going for, guys? Ricky. Oh, Ricky's going to let the clock play out because he's probably away from his computer taking a shit. And of course, Cade Cunningham goes to Ricky. Mitchell Robinson. Here's another. There's so many uncertainties. I wouldn't draft him. I'm good. As much as I need. Now, who's this? Who do I go for? I'm going Miles Bridges. Oh, do I go Evan Mobley? Whew. But then I got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. I think Miles Bridges is the safer bet here, but I'm gonna go Mobley. It's a stupid pick. Having both Mobley and Jared Allen is dumb. In my league, they don't trade. So what did I just do? Because they're not going to be twin towers. Oh, what did I do? I went Evan Mobley when I should have went with Miles Bridges. Having another small forward, power forward, and I think Miles Bridges is going to have a monster year. But you know what? Miles Bridges is available right now again. So guess what? I'm swooping Miles Bridges. I got Bridges and Mobes. Let me know what you guys think. Like, I just drafted Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Both are centers for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A crappy team. What am I doing? What? Why? But Mobley was there, so I took him. Mobley was available, and he's on my radar. I think they might, I don't know. He might be the next Tim Duncan, but he's not going to be. And I'd rather take Mobley than Brook Lopez. I'm sorry. If you're Brook Lopez, right, if you're 84th and you're drafting Brook Lopez, I'm sorry. Brick, that was a Freudian slip. Brick Lopez. Yeah, the guy won a championship last year. It was a fluke. He won because, never mind. Milwaukee Bucks deserved it. But Giannis was that dude. Not, you know, not what's his face? Bobby Portis. And not Brooke Lopez, guys. PJ Washington, Charlotte. It's power forward. I don't see him being that much of a stud. Kemba Walker, there's a lot of question marks there. Decent pick at 87. Test your luck. No guarantees about it. What? Cade Cunningham is still. How did I miss that? Well, I'm definitely not getting him now. He just went. I could have had Cade Cunningham. How did I miss that? I swear he was drafted. Cade went 90th. I'm sorry. I would never have drafted Evan Mobley over Cade Cunningham. I think Cade's going to average like 18 and 9, maybe 18 and 7, 2 or 3 steals, maybe more. The guy is a stud. He's going to be an instant impact on the league. And he's playing for Detroit. They're going to give him the keys. They're going to give him the keys to the motor that runs Motor City. He's going to be in that Cadillac Express lane driving that GM like what? Daniel Gafford, great pick. He's on my radar. Probably a better pick than Mobley at a center position. Just Washington, like I said, anybody on Washington I'm really skeptical of, but Gafford is a stud. If he gets minutes, he's going to get big time production. He's going to give you rebounds. Potentially, this guy could be the best rebounder in the league. It's just Scotty Brooks didn't play him enough last season. Yeah, we'll see how this Andre Drummond experiment works in Philly. All right, here we go. Harrison Barnes. I love that guy. I'm not going to pick him. I might take a chance on Jalen Green out of Houston. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go rookie heavy, guys. I'm a guy that drafts rookies. I drafted LaMelo Ball last year, like in the 7th round, and it was a great move. Smart move until he got hurt. He broke his hand. But if the internet is a buzz that Jalen Green will be the rookie of the year. So based on that collective consciousness, I just made a great pickup. I just drafted the rookie of the year at pick around RJ Barrett. That's another guy. Great deal. Very low. Very, very low. Drafted 101. He's going to get major minutes in production. Oh, this is good. This is good. I like this. I'm going another center. I'm going Kelly Olynyk. Just based on he's a veteran. He's healthy. And he had a phenomenal final quarter of the season with Houston last year. It was insane. He was averaging like 25 and 12 in the month of like whatever month they were playing in. I can't even May, June, and July. I mean, they played all the way through to August. And now we're back, baby. Thank God. We're going to keep it. We're just going to keep these hot shots going, guys. HoopL.A, baby. Welcome to the party. Sadiq Bey, Detroit. Another guy with potential upside. Harrison Barnes, solid pick. Solid pick. He gives you good numbers. Harrison Barnes gives you good numbers, and he spreads the floor. He gives you he'll give you points, rebounds, and assists. Nothing to write home about, but for pick 107, Wendell Carter Jr., that's That's a swoop that, yeah, number one option in Orlando, Florida, playing at Disney World. Um, his production could go through the roof because there's nothing going on down there, and he just might be that dude this year. Nikhil Alexander Walker, another great pickup. Jonathan Isaac, he's been relatively unheard of the last few years, and so we'll see what happens. Jalen Suggs, brother of Terrell Suggs. Don't use drugs. Be Terrell Suggs. Jalen Suggs. Derek Favors. He's going to do you no favors if you draft him. Okay? He's not going to give you any party favors. He is in Oklahoma City this year, so we'll see how he rolls there, but nothing exciting. I got some exciting up my sleeve, though. Like my blue cobalt water glass. Zubac? Really? Swooping up Zubac, huh? Okay. If you say so. Steven Adams. He's in Memphis. Not New Orleans. He's in Memphis. He got traded for Valanciunas. What am I? Sorry about that. Klay Thompson, a big question mark on Klay Thompson. You're drafting Klay Thompson. I think you should go undrafted. There's no real timeline. Oh shit! I just missed my pick. But you know what? It swooped Duncan Robinson for me, and I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't. It's not exactly what I would have picked, but I'll take it because he's a 3-point. He's a 3-point specialist, and he should have a better year than last year. He's got a little more. He's going to have Kyle Lowry, so maybe that Lowry will be dishing to him. I don't know. Whatever. People give too much credit to these point guards that come in that are veterans, like Chris Paul, the most overrated player in history. Chris Paul. I got something up my sleeve here. I like some of these picks, and I'll tell you because you're not going to tell these other people drafting because you're going to watch this later. Larry Nance Jr. Larry Nance Jr. is due to do something in Portland as a power forward center. Him sharing time with Nurkic, he should be productive. And I also really like Kelly Oubre Jr. And I probably would have picked those two instead of Duncan, but I'll take Duncan. Oh, yes. I'm swooping Nance. I'm swooping Larry Nance Jr. Not a huge fan of him. I just got a little zoom. Oh, there we go. We're still in it. We're still in it. We're still in the draft, baby. As we get through these final picks, like Al Horford, what are you doing? Pick a young guy. Pick Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson might not play. We don't know the status of this guy. Maybe Nerlens going to be the number one option in New York. I'll take him over old ass Al Horford any day. Pick young guys. It's fantasy basketball. They have more stability. They're not going to get the time managing. You need nightly production. This is a game of nightly numbers. That's all it is. Draft young. Al Horford. Dylan Brooks, great pick. Great pick. Damn, Dylan Brooks can score. If you need points, that guy scores. And to pick him up in 127th is such a great deal. Swoop him. I would rather have, but you know what? Duncan Robinson, he's probably in the top 5 in categories for threes, so I feel okay with it. It's a one category thing, and I think he slots into small forward, which you always need. I need it. And so we are coming down to the wire here, and Alexandru will make the final pick, 129th pick, Nerlens Noel, smart pick, fella. And people are starting to leave this draft. Here we go. The draft has been complete. We are complete. In a moment, it will show us my entire team. Remember, I had the 3rd pick. Let's go down here to draft results. I don't know. I'm sorry about this advertisement at the bottom, Pro Skin underwear. I'm sorry. I didn't, I had nothing to do with that. Design, I'm sorry. Why is that coming up on my ads? I don't need diapers. I'm 40 years old. Let's see. Here's my team. At point guard, Luka Doncic. Be fun to watch his numbers every night. That's for sure. I mean, I love that 3rd pick. I had a little decision making to do between Doncic and Steph Curry. But I feel good about the picking Luka Doncic. I've never rostered him on any of my fantasy teams in the past, so it'll be exciting to ride with Luka this year, baby. Even though this is a mock draft. Devin Booker, super stoked. I owned him, or I rostered him last year and the year before. He's kind of one of my mainstays. I love the guy. I like his old school style. I like his taste in cars. I don't like his taste in women, but that's a conversation for some gossip columnists, and we don't really get into that too much on HoopL.A, do we? Not really, because it's not that interesting, is it, guys? Thank you. Here, my 3rd guard option here, I swooped them, and I think I should get a different, let's see. Let's see. I want to see my overall, what order I picked it in. I don't have that option here, do I? Oh, yeah, draft results. Okay. No, I want to see my team. Oh. Oh, that's fine. That's cool. It is what it is, whatever that means. Okay, so Jalen Green, I got him. I picked him up in a later round, and he could be the rookie of the year. I got DeMar DeRozan, small forward, power forward. I got Zion Williamson, super happy with Zion. Miles Bridges, super happy with that pickup. He's going to have a monster year. DeAndre Ayton, so stoked on that guy. He's been, I have not rostered him before, but I think he's going to have the best season he's ever had in his young career. I think this is his season. He's going into season 4. Jonas Valanciunas, can't go wrong with the Viking. You really can't. When you just need a solid rebounder, slot him, get him, swoop him. Jared Allen, another solid rebounder. Evan Mobley, a little question mark there. I don't know if that was the greatest pick. I should have drafted Cade Cunningham instead of Evan Mobley. That's the only pick I don't feel great about because I already own rostered Jared Allen, and they're on the same squad. Kelly Olynyk, let's hope he even plays remotely as good as he did the last quarter of the season last year. Duncan Robinson, I could have swooped someone else. I accidentally did not because I had 30 seconds and I was thinking about something else and I missed that draft pick. Thankfully, it was Duncan Robinson because he would be kind of on my radar. But I would have probably swooped. I probably would have swooped Miles Bridges in that, and then I would have saw someone else, probably like Duncan Robinson too, or someone like, I don't know. I believe like Wendell Carter Jr. was already taken. So whatever. My final pick was Larry Nance Jr., and I feel super stoked about that and excited about Larry Nance's season on a new squad. It's always cool to like pick up players who've been down and out for a few years in rough situations like Cleveland, and then he's going to a new squad. This is my team. That's my fantasy draft analysis, HoopL.A. Tune in here regularly to hear updates on basketball news, interviews with players. We're going to be doing tons of interviews with celebrities and players this season. So once the season kicks off, we will be bringing you live coverage from beautiful Los Angeles, Staples Center, downtown LA. We'll be chatting and talking up and breaking news stories. Let's do it, baby. We're kicking off this channel and I'm excited. HoopL.A, J.O.E. You guys have a wonderful night. Love you. Peace.